Louisiana beer reviews. Steel Reserve Alloy Series Spiked Watermelon, 8% alcohol. Well, let me tell you the story behind this. I did the spiked strawberry, and that was the first video review for that flavored ale in the world. But they had a deal at Circle K on Louisiana Highway 3188. It's probably this southbound. Probably the same deal as on US Highway 51 southbound. All the stores have similar products and specials, but it was like $2.50 a can, but if you bought 2 cans, it was $2 a can. So I said, well, I don't really like stuff with artificial flavoring, just because I try to avoid it. That probably doesn't make much difference, but so I had all the rest. Okay, I'll get the spiked strawberry and the spiked watermelon and go with that. Just for the heck of it, you know, I could do a video. I see there a good number of video reviews for it. 8% alcohol, brewed for extra gravity and exceptionally smooth flavor. This has been on the market about 3 years. It's certified kosher, which I don't know what the parameters are for kosher with artificial flavoring and everything, but I'm not an expert on that. You know, like, what do I know for kosher? But the date on this is not good. It's out of date. But at 8% canned, it probably won't make much of a difference. I should have gone to the back of the cooler, because you can go into the cooler around the back, and they just load them up from the back. And I should have grabbed one. It probably would have been fresh dated, because the other one, the strawberry, was very fresh. But anyway, it is what it is. It says flavored ale. That's your just legal, Tax and Trade Bureau legal requirement. Flavored ale, and then they have a description of what that means. A malt beverage with artificial flavor. Oh boy. And certified colors added. Yeah, and I put the ingredients list below this video, and it's malic acid, citric acid, barley malt, corn syrup, not high fructose corn syrup, even hop extract. So, you know, it's a beer, you know, in the legal sense, at least. But I'm doing craft beers all the time, and most of them are flavored. You know, flavor with bourbon, or treated in bourbon barrels or with bourbon staves. Flavor with Sumatra coffee. Flavor with chocolate nibs. Flavor with pomegranate. Flavor with anything, you know, anise, coriander, anything you think of. So what have I said over the years? Macro, middle crow, micro. I'll review them all. And if it's all flavored, then it is what it is. So, or if a lot of it's flavored. So this is a red. There is a little orange tint to it, like a little rust tint. Pink, red, rosé, kind of odd color. You notice that. You can see that. I'm looking at the playback there. Head of foam, though. So it is beer-like. Ooh, gotta love that food coloring now. The funny thing is, some people will say, and I'm not attacking them, if you could drink whatever you want, really. Just drink what you want, like what you want, review what you want, hate on what you want, love what you want, criticize whatever reviewer you like, praise whatever reviewer you like, take whatever side, join whatever faction. It doesn't really matter, right? It's immaterial. But some of the people that would just categorically reject any flavored beer with food coloring, you know, I'm not drinking that garbage. And then an hour later, they go to a birthday party and eat birthday cake with icing. Icing's red. Okay. Smells like watermelon. Not really. Smells like watermelon flavor, like you get with these candies, which I never eat. There's a pale malt underbody. Now, people will sometimes say, and I can understand, they say, "Ah, you're just making that up." Like, that's crazy. You cannot smell the malt, the pale malt. I do pick that up, though, actually. The grains. It's not pronounced, but there's an undertaste. As a child, we would have Kool-Aid sometimes. When you're 8 years old, you like it. Yeah. By the time I was 18, I didn't like it. 28, liked it even less. 38, even less than that. 48. They don't want to even think about Kool-Aid. So this is not my thing. But on the other hand, it doesn't have to be my thing. MillerCoors is putting it on the market. People buying it, about a bushel barrel. Well, maybe not in this case since it was an old date, but all the other ones seem to be coming off the shelf. Doesn't taste old, by the way. And like they say on their website about the best by date, they say, well, you know, we're required to put that. Okay, fine. They say, but all our beers should be fine for at least a year after that. And then we're only talking 2 months. So it's a slight little alcohol twinge to it, very faint. But it kind of tastes like if you were having a watermelon Kool-Aid, Flavor-Aid, watermelon Weilers, because you know Weilers has those packets for the drinks. Except those don't have 8% alcohol, and you see the. I'll say this about the flavored ales, flavored malt liquors, malt liquor, always malt liquor. The flavored malt beverages. You get below 5.7, really get below 8, it starts becoming questionable. You get below 5.7, now the Seagram's spiked. And Smirnoff, whatever that one's called, that would be at 5.7, the flavored malt liquor. Those are okay, they have enough body to carry the flavor. But you get below that, like those Seagram's Escapes, they're like some bizarre ABV, 3.2%. It's like, no, it can't, it doesn't hold the flavor, or it doesn't seem to me. It seems to fall apart. But when you get to 5.7, 6, 7, 8, 8%, it really works. And then the Club Tails from Canada, Quebec, those really work well. But watch it. Watch it. Artificial flavoring. Okay, I can deal with that to some extent. Don't really want to deal with it. Dealing with it, don't want to deal with it. Got a box of the Honey Nut Cheerio Great Value knockoff. And all these other things that got so many artificial flavorings, and I eat them and I don't make a comment about it. Pale malt underbody. Think of like the lightest white bread. Like snowball, or some people say, I think a lot of people say snow cones, but in Louisiana they say snowballs, like that snow cone, snowball syrup that you can get from that New Orleans company that makes the syrup that you pour in all of those things. It's 285 calories and it doesn't seem so heavy. It's medium bodied. Deceptive. None of that high fructose drying finish. It's a semi-dry finish. As sweet as it is, it still finishes dry. You say, well, that's MillerCoors. They know how to do that. I know. They've been brewing a long time, way before I started doing video reviews. I don't know about the watermelon. It kind of is like that because watermelon on its own merits, if you eat a watermelon, it's not bursting with watermelon flavor so much. You ever notice it'd be more like a bitter and even more so tart and then a vegetable pulp flavor. And then you got that grainy, granulated texture where some people can't stand. It doesn't bother me, but I don't even really like to eat fruit of any sort, if you want to be techno. But for a candy concoction thing that people say, you always say that, and then you do a one review after the other, but it's the truth. I do not buy these things to drink. I have a whole fridge full of Keystone Ice. Now some viewers probably say, oh wow, going hi-hat, right? You're right. You are right, I'm going hi-hat. Flavor, the ice, Keystone Ice and ale, by the way. But anyway, for what it is, and some people are all into this, and I'm not in any way. But to me, it has a higher It has a higher, in some ways, enjoyment factor than the carbonated. Oh, it's pricklily carbonated. In some ways than the Michelob Ultra Gold, the organic, which is so thin and so low ABV, 3.8. But that is organic, and you're not going to get any flavorings, colorings, you know, aroma additives. It does what it's supposed to do here. And somebody made a comment, that's bum beer or bum malt liquor or bum drink or something. I said, yeah, but it's a delicious one. So I think that's an unfair comment anyway to say that. No kind of lacing, really. A little bit, not much. No kind of head. For what it is, like Paulie said, this is what it is. And nobody's saying you can't do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. So I have to be fair. I mean, it's a 94 out of 100. I'm calling it that. A most excellent flavored ale. Will I ever buy it again? Only if somebody wanted to do a duo review. I don't look for that to happen, but it could perhaps happen. But on its own merits, a flavored ale. You get the tall cans at the gas station, no bottles. You're not going to go to a fine restaurant, a bar and grill, and see it on draft. But then I say that, and I might go there next week, and then they have it. I'd be like, what? All right, but anyway, so Les Bon Ton Relais, most excellent flavored ale concoction item. And I'm going to end this review by saying, hold on a second. Now, if you want another flavored beer, this is a good one to get, which we can no longer get in Louisiana. I bought this in Ohio few years ago, 3 years ago. Honey Brown Lager, extra rich, original lager. I had a bottle, something happened, it faded or whatever. This is beer brewed with honey, real honey. This is not honey flavoring, it's not artificial honey, it's real honey. I didn't say it was good honey, it's honey. No. And it's from Dundee Brewing Company, Rochester, New York. Man, you can get a good price on this stuff. They used to sell these 6-packs bottles here at Dorgnac's for like $6.99. That is a true story. I think I paid 99 cents for this 24-ounce can. True story in Ohio. True story in Ohio. True story in Ohio. True story. So, that's the end of the video.